Mayfield hails from Lake Travis High School in Austin, Texas, where he led the Cavaliers to a state title his junior year.
Coming out of that spring, we felt like we had Baker. Going into that fall, we weren't sure about what our offensive line would look like. Going into the first game against Westlake, which is a rival high school here right down the road, very similar to us, we always, we're going to play the best, but if a young guy and an older guy are the same, we're going to play the young guy. Baker comes in, and I can't remember his stat line, but he went off.
That season, the team went undefeated, and Mayfield threw for 45 touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. As expected, Division I scholarship offers started coming in. And then they stopped. Lake Travis was down slightly during Mayfield's senior season, posting a 9-2 record. And once his dream school, TCU, opted for another quarterback, Mayfield was suddenly left without many options.
He wanted to play college football and enjoy it, but he never thought he would be playing this year. I mean, we talked about it, and he was going to be redshirting. I mean, he had opportunities. Other places, a couple of places wanted to build a program around him, and in fact, it caused a lot of heartache at our house. I'll just say that. If the Texas Tech thing had been an option earlier, it would have saved all of our family a lot of tears, but it turned out how it was supposed to be.
Mayfield chose to walk on at Texas Tech, where his former high school teammate Michael Brewer was the starting quarterback.
We knew we got a steal. We had recruited him at other schools, a couple of the coaches here, and were shocked, really, that he didn't have a scholarship. And so we talked to him, told him our situation and our vision for him, and luckily, he showed up and fell into our lap.
A few months later, Brewer injured his back, and Tech was left with 2 true freshman quarterbacks.
They were both ready to go, both mentally and physically prepared for whoever's going to be named starting quarterback. But kind of going in through the week, we kind of had an idea, but not really. We were all just kind of looking around, saying, who's going to be the quarterback. But yeah, I mean, he's a great kid. He did a great job, and I'm real impressed.
On August 30th, just 7 weeks after arriving on campus, Baker Mayfield became the first true freshman walk-on quarterback in history to start a season opener at a BCS conference school. That day, he threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns while running for another. Texas Tech beat SMU 41-23. And although a knee injury kept him out of the game against Iowa State, he has amassed almost 1,500 yards and 8 touchdowns in a season where he was not expecting to play at all.
Realistically, when a kid first comes, walk on or not, it's down the road. You're thinking, okay, we've got a kid that's played some that's we think is going to be our starter. He's got to compete for it, and so maybe next spring, you get to see a lot of it. And then the way things transpired with the injury to Brewer, then Baker all of a sudden starts getting reps, and then you see what he does. And so, you look coming in, you thought it was down the road.